So how do you get copywriting clients without having any experience whatsoever or without having a portfolio of work to show people? It's a bit of a chicken and egg scenario that you have to have a portfolio and experience to work with a client, but to get a client you need some experience and a portfolio. So in this video I'm going to give you a simple solution to that problem and show you exactly how to build a portfolio of work even if you don't have any experience, and actually start showing that to clients as you're going through your copywriting journey. So if you watch to the end of this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step strategy for building your portfolio without having any experience, what kind of stuff you would have to actually put in that portfolio, and how you could actually show that to your potential clients. And very quickly, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you're new here, I would really appreciate it. I post copywriting videos every single week along with other kind of make money online content, so if you want to see that, subscribe, hit the bell and hit like on this video. Alright, so the very first question we have to ask is, what actual types of copy do we want to write for our potential clients? And it's very important that you actually pay attention to this, because your portfolio of work that you're showing to your potential clients should actually reflect what you can do as a copywriter and should actually reflect what you're going to offer them as a service. So in today's example, I'm going to make a portfolio with email copy, landing page copy and Facebook ad copy, and these are three services I would recommend you offer to your clients as a beginner, because they're pretty easy to like upsell. So if you offered to write like 4 or 5 emails for a month for a potential client, and then they want something more from you, you could offer like a landing page or some Facebook ads, and then you can start making more money that way. So when you're making a portfolio and you don't have any experience, where are you supposed to get the work from that you're putting in your portfolio? Well, what I would recommend is writing some example copy for companies that you want to target. So say your companies are in the protein niche, you would go out and find companies that are in the protein niche, and then write some copy for those companies. You can actually say at the bottom of it, look, this is an example, I did not work with this company, but it'll basically show, if you're contacting say a CEO of like a protein company, you can contact them and say, look, here's the kind of work I've done for other protein companies as an example, here's what I could do for your company. So now I'm going to show you exactly what I would do if I were you. I'll show you how I would go out and find companies, then write for them, and then put that in my portfolio. Okay, so as you can see, we are now in my computer and I'm going to search today for acupuncture mats. Okay, so if you don't know what an acupuncture mat is, it's basically just like there's an explanation here, sorry. It basically reduces back pain and stuff. It's like a yoga mat, and you can do exercises and stuff on it, but a lot of companies are selling these, and some companies literally, here is the exact same product for £6 on Gym Stuff and it's £22 on Amazon. So there's so many companies, like £30 there, so many companies that are selling these mats, and there's so much opportunity. If you wanted to go out and find clients and stuff that sell these mats, there's plenty of opportunity. So today I'm literally just going to go to My Posture Reflex. I think this is probably a dropshipping store, so we're going to have a look. And yeah, okay, so yeah, this is, I'm 99% sure this is a dropshipping store. So we'll scroll through here and see what their copy is like. Have they got much copy? Yeah, they've got a bit. Okay, not a lot. There's actually very little copy there. So this is a company you could target. Like, don't everybody go for this specific company, because there's like thousands of companies like this that you could go for, and I don't want to just completely harass this person's inbox. But so if you wanted to find clients in this niche that sell like this product, for example, here's how you would do it. So you would go through to this company's landing page and basically rewrite all this, write it like really well, because this isn't a very good landing page at all. Like, there's probably like the guts of like 2 or 3 paragraphs in that whole copy. So what I would recommend you do is write like a landing page for this company. You can also do like inspect element. So if you're not sure what inspect element is, I'll show you exactly what it is here. You can basically just, if you wanted to make a portfolio and you wanted it to look really nice, this is what you could do. So you'd scroll down to the bottom here and literally just click this button here, and then you would select this, and that's going to be their copy. You can just put your own copy in there and show like a before and after. So you could screenshot this company's page, this normal landing page that they have already, then go and write your own copy in like a Google Documents document, and then go and implement it. Literally just copy and paste it in here so it looks like, I'm just literally going to show you right now. So this is their copy. You could say our copy just says pop, I don't know. As you can see, we've changed it there. So you could go on and screenshot their copy before it, and then put your own copy in, and then show the before and after kind of thing. And another thing you can do is then go out and find what kind of ads this company is running on Facebook, and I've shown that in my Make Money on Facebook video. It's in my free course, so if you want to go and look at that, you can see how to like find a company's ads. And so you basically would go out and then take their ads, do the same before and after thing, like show their ad before with no like copy on it, like pretty bad copy, and then show how you would improve it, how you would put your own spin on it. And you can basically do that, show that in my method on the Facebook video. So if you want to do that, that's another good idea. That's how you can show a potential client, look, I can not only write landing pages, but I can also write Facebook ad copy. And you could do the exact same for emails. So you could go on and write emails that you would write for this company. So you basically want to do it for free. Do your own like example copy. You don't have to offer it to this company, but it's a good idea. You could offer, look, here's how it would improve your landing page or something, and then they might hire you or something. But you're basically only doing this to get your own like kind of practice and your own portfolio. So that's how I would do it. Just write example copy for a company like this, and then go through and repeat that 3 or 4 times. I'd probably have like up to 6 different companies, not all selling the same product, but up to 6 different companies in my portfolio, and I'll jump into that later and show you exactly how I would make the portfolio. Okay, so now that we know what to actually put in our portfolio and what kind of companies we want to target, now I'm going to show you how you would actually build that portfolio, the exact steps you need to take to make it look good and professional. And I'm also going to show you a cool example of someone I found who has a good portfolio of copywriting work online. Alright, so this is a really good portfolio that I saw whenever I was just looking through. I literally just searched for copywriting portfolio, so I don't know who these people are, like I'm not like a personal friend or anything, but I just thought they had a cool portfolio, and this will give you a good idea of what you should kind of make yours to look like. So we'll just have a look. This is all the work that they've done, so let's have a look at this first one. Okay, so the brief was to craft a distinct brand story for a pioneering Indian street food brand, Dabari. Okay, so let's have a look at the website. So this is the website that this company wrote for, and we're gonna see the copy that they've written. So as you can see, here's the copy that they've written. Plenty of copy. It's really good because, you know, companies will hire you to even write like a homepage for them, and if they just want an intro to what their kind of restaurant chain is like say they're literally like an Indian restaurant chain, you could go and write for them. And companies like this that are kind of big, like a restaurant chain, is going to have a lot of money, so they're going to pay a lot more than say like a small drop shipping company. So I would recommend you have a look. You know, don't just look for the fitness companies that I always talk about. There's so many different companies that you can work with. It's actually unbelievable. So yeah, this is a good copy. This is the kind of example. So if you go through this guy's portfolio, so yeah, this is just a good company, and they've obviously worked with like Coca-Cola and Heineken, so this is obviously like a really big firm. So this is a good example of who you could actually model your whole portfolio around, because they're obviously a very, very well-known company if they're working like with like big brands like this. So yeah, I thought that was a cool example. Okay, so now it's time to actually go through a tutorial of how you would build your portfolio and how I recommend that you do it. So for this like tutorial, I'm going to use Squarespace, because Squarespace is a good website builder. They're very well known, and you can make a really professional portfolio. Obviously you can do some research and find other websites that you can do this with. If you can find like a cheaper option, just make sure it looks professional, because if it looks really crap, then clients don't care. They're just gonna go straight past you. So as you can see, we're on the main page here, and we're just gonna go to products and portfolios, because this is helping you create a website around portfolios. So and no, this video is not sponsored by Squarespace, don't worry. If you want to sponsor me, Squarespace, go ahead, but get started. This is literally so simple. I don't even think you need a tutorial, but I'm going to show you one anyway. So we're just going to say, so we're a marketing company. Next, what are your top goals? Select all that apply if something interests you but isn't a top priority. Okay, so just want to showcase work and expertise. That's what you want to click there. Where are you in your process? Collecting inspiration, formalizing. So you want to say turning a project or hobby into a business. Doesn't really matter. This doesn't really matter. This is just them asking questions so they can kind of like customize your website for you. But okay, so here we go. This is our starting point. This is where we're going to pick our design. And honestly, if you're doing copywriting, you want to have a picture of like the brand logo that you're going to work with, the way that company did with, you know, all the different like Coca-Cola logos and stuff. So if you pick one that has maybe this one here, Nevins, yeah, we'll just pick that one because it looks nice. So start with Nevins. Okay, so the next step was just to create an account. So I literally just put in an email address and password. You can set one up as well. So for this one, welcome to your site. We're just going to call this Matthew Morgan. Okay, this is my portfolio. Continue. Next. Okay, we're just going to skip that. Right, so as you can see, this is our portfolio now. And it's pretty simple. All we have to do is, you know, you can link if you've got like an email address or anywhere that you write blog articles or anything, you can do that as well, but you don't really need those. So how do we get rid of this assistant thing? Okay, so what you would do here is you literally put every single brand that you work with, and if I click in, you can't send someone to a website because you haven't actually worked with these companies and you don't have experience working with them. So what you would do is literally just like put pictures here before and after of how you would change their copy, and yeah, it's pretty simple. I don't really need to walk you through all of that, but yeah, Squarespace will show you exactly how to like set up like a custom domain and stuff. So you can buy a cheap one. If you've got one for your professional email already, you can just link it to that, and there you have a good website and a professional domain. Okay, so that's pretty much it for building your portfolio and having it look professional for potential clients. So if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. If you want personal coaching from me, you can get it for literally £47 a month, which is so cheap. Usually I would charge like £1,000 to £2,000 for that, but £47 a month, and you'll be invited to a Facebook group. So if you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. It's called my Copywriting Mastermind. Also, if you want the step-by-step guide for how I would build an entire $5,000 a month copywriting business with everything from like getting clients, getting good at copy, and an actual $100,000 a year copywriting business model you can do after, I've got a full course called Copywriting Blueprint, and there's a link in the description to get that. Finally, make sure to check out the free copywriting course playlist in my description. You can get a full free course on how to start copywriting, and then obviously the paid course comes after that. But if you want to get emails as well that you could send to potential clients, you can get the exact emails that I used to land my first clients, and they're in the description. There's a code in the screen somewhere now. Save 10 to get a tenner off those. But that's going to do it for me today, so thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and peace out.